Sophia Kaiafas, and this is our podcast.
Yeah. Drink Read Fabio is a podcast where we recommend a book to you that we love and make a cocktail based on that drink. So then the other can discuss a book that makes us drink.
Yes.
We can laugh about it together.
Yes, and maybe get a little bit tipsy.
Yeah. All right, so it's my turn to recommend the book this week. Yay. And this is a new book that I had to get my hands on the minute it came out. This is Book Lovers by Emily Henry. Yeah, she also did Beach Read, which we recommended a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
This is her brand new book, and it's so good, guys. It's so good.
I can't wait to read it.
Yes. It's about Nora Stevens, who is a book editor.
Yes.
And is kind of a gal who is very business oriented. She doesn't let people get in the way of her work and her business, and she's really passionate about it. And the trope happens to her where, you know, the guy has the over workaholic girlfriend and then goes to the country and falls in love with somebody else and goes away. She's the other woman. And it's happened to her 3 times. Three times where her boyfriend has gone off on like a work trip or something, meets a girl in the country or somewhere else and falls in love with her.
Oh my God. So
she is kind of just like, when will this stop happening to me? She has a kind of, I wouldn't say, but kind of like a rival who is a book editor, and she had brought a book to him wanting him to edit this book for her client, and she's a book manager. She's a book agent. She's a book agent, he's a book writer. Okay, let me get this all settled. Nora's a book agent, he's a book writer.
Okay.
Book, not writer, book editor. Lots of books. She brought one of her clients' books to him and wanted him to edit it for her because she loved his work, and he turned it down. He turned his nose up to her, and she's like, what? This is going to sell millions, why wouldn't you like it? So that she automatically doesn't like him, he doesn't like her.
Yeah.
And this book ends up selling millions of copies that he turned down. And it becomes this famous book that everybody loves in this sweet town called Sunshine Falls in North Carolina, and her sister, Libby, is obsessed with this book. So Libby books a trip for the two of them to go to Sunset Falls, where when they show up, who's there but Charlie, her rival. And you have to read the rest of it, I know.
Yeah.
So in this book, I was trying to figure out a cocktail for it, and I usually like to kind of base it on something that they drink a lot in the book. And what they drink in this book a lot is beer, which is not our fave. But I felt like I had to incorporate it. You know, so
we're trying
new things,
you guys.
We're really trying.
And hopefully this will inspire you to branch out too.
Yes. So I'm going to try to make it a little bit better, and this is going to be a beer cocktail.
Yes, because if we were drinking straight beer, I would want to die. Okay.
Yep. So what we're going to start out with is, this is not a shaker. This is a stirrer drink.
Stir boy.
I'm going to move the book. We're going to start off with some ice cubes. And we'll start off with 1 freshly squeezed lime juice. Good enough. And then we're going to do, for each of us, 1 ounce of vodka.
That's gin.
1 ounce of gin. 1 ounce of vodka. 1.5 ounces of grenadine. This is probably what makes it taste good.
Yeah, I like grenadine. We need to make sure it's healthy.
And last but not least, we're gonna top it off with some Bud Light. I feel like a trucker.
I know.
With this big.
This is too manly. I don't like.
With the tall
men.
boys.
Oh.
One for you.
Oh no.
Oh no. It's okay.
Let's try it.
Let's cheers.
I'm scared.
And clink, clink.
Okay. It's not bad.
Not at all.
was trying to decide. But
I think it's like cherry soda.
Tastes pretty
Basic.
Yeah. So if you have any leftover beer and you don't like beer, like from a party or some boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, here you go.
I'm ready. Let's get into
Okay.
it. Come on,
Let's get
Sophia.
in.
Show me that book. Show me that book. Show me that book.
So, we've all heard of To All the Boys I've Loved Before, but have you heard of To All the Earls I've Loved Before?
Whoa.
Yes. We're changing it up. Okay, so I am going to start this off differently than how we normally do. So usually we end with our rating, but I'm going to start with the rating because this book was sober for me. It was actually so cute.
Yay,
I was shocked
great.
because this cover kind of looks cringy and the name was cringy to me, so that's why I picked it.
Yeah.
Also, let me just say, the main girl in the book is blonde with blue eyes, and this girl is brunette with brown eyes, so I'm confused.
Okay.
Anyway, it was actually so good. So I wanted to start off by telling you guys a synopsis, if you guys actually wanted to read the book, so then you can go read it and come back, and it won't be
it's almost a
spoiler.
recommendation.
Yes, it wasn't. I don't want it to be a spoiler, and I'm kind of sad that it's my book that I'm sharing the whole plot with you because I think you would really like it. But it's okay. So, for all the fans of Bridgerton, this one is for you.
Amazing.
So basically, it centers around this boy, or he's not a boy. It centers around this man named Angelos, but he goes by Angel.
Cute.
And he has sort of just come back from fighting in the military, serving in the military, and his parents died while he was in military. So he comes back. He's kind of alone. He's kind of turned towards being like this bachelor type, going out all the time, until he meets this girl named Gwendolyn. And she has a son, and she needs help. So he ends up trying to help her, and I don't know, maybe they fall in love. So
Maybe.
you guys will have to wait and see. And now, if you don't want to read it, here is all the tea about what this book entails.
I can't wait. Let's do it.
Okay, so this book has 2 parts. It has a story, and then in between the story, there are letters from the past that lets us in on the background of these characters.
Flashbacky situations.
Yes. So, the book opens with us meeting the Duke, Angelus. But he goes by Angel, like I said. He served in the military, and while he was serving, both of his parents died. So when he came back, he turned to alcohol, all of that. On one of his drunken nights, he decides to walk home, and he stumbles upon a man and a woman, both hooded in cloaks. He can tell the woman is in danger, and Angel scares the guy off. He makes sure she's okay, and they part ways, never sharing their names or anything. Now it is the next night, and we meet Gwendolyn. So now it's from dual point of view, this book. So she's the girl from the bridge. She is back at the bridge again, awaiting the arrival of someone, when this strange man comes up to her, and he threatens her with a knife and asks her to give him all of her money that's in her bag.
Rude.
And who could possibly come and save the day?
I don't know.
Why, none other than Sir Angel, the Duke.
The Duke.
He tricks the man into dropping the knife, and the man ends up leaving them alone. And Angel introduces himself. He asks her why she has been out alone at night by herself the past 2 nights, and if she needed help or anything. She tells him she has a son named Henry. He is 5, and she's concerned for his safety, that her husband has passed, so she doesn't have the safety of a man to protect them. She also doesn't have any brothers, and her dad has passed away, so she just has her mom and her sisters.
Sad.
Also, Angel doesn't know this, but the child was not her husband's child. So they got married so her reputation wouldn't be ruined. And her son has no reputation or has no protection with a title either. Angel says, I have an idea. Let's get married.
That's very quick.
And she's like, what?
I don't even know you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And he's like, I will offer you protection for you and your son, a place to live, but I expect nothing else. You don't have to do anything with me. You don't have to hang out with me, anything. I will do my own thing, you do your own thing, and I just will give you protection. She says, I really appreciate the offer, but I cannot take you up on that.
Yeah.
And she leaves.
Understandable.
So the next day, Gwendolyn is meeting with her late husband's son to discuss the will. His name is Cecil.
Oh, so he had a son before he married her.
Yeah, he's older. Older man. And he is around Gwendolyn's age, like early 20s.
Weird.
Yeah, it is weird. Cecil says that his dad left everything to Cecil and nothing to Gwendolyn and Henry. Cecil,
Ooh.
yeah. Cecil says you have 1 year to figure out your shit and then I'm kicking you out of the house. Or you can marry me.
Whoa.
Yep, Cecil is a piece of shit.
That sounds like kind of incest. It's not, but it...
Yeah, well, she says that. She's like, that is so disrespectful to your dad's memory and like, that just, I can't do that.
Yeah.
Also, I don't want to marry you because you're an evil little sniveling worm. And he gets mad because she says no.
Mm-hmm.
And he forcefully tries to kiss her. And like she like pushes him away and she falls down on the ground. And in walks the butler with Angel. He is there to retrieve his coat because he gave it to her the other night to keep her warm.
And he sees this.
Yes. He sees her crying and he's like, okay, I'm going to start acting like I'm her fiance
Yeah.
to get her out of this situation. And
He's like, I'm gonna help
he
her.
can tell that something went wrong. So he's like, get your hands off my beloved. And like, my love, come with me. We have plans to go out this afternoon and go on a walk, don't we? And she's like, yes,
Yeah.
I'm going with you. Bye. Basically. They leave and Gwendolyn is like, why are you doing this for me? You don't even know me. He says that he hates how society treats women and he has seen it firsthand and you'll get to see later. And that he just wants to help her and her son. There's no like really anything he really wants for himself except that he thinks it might help his reputation a little bit because he's been acting kind of like a bachelor and now he's a duke, so he kind of needs to like be more of a leader.
Yeah.
After a very thorough conversation, she agrees to marry him.
Whoa.
Yep. She gets back to her house and her younger sister Rosalind is there to surprise her. They're both ecstatic as they haven't seen each other in a long time. Later that week, they get married.
That's fast.
Yep, very fast. But she's in danger because she thinks something's gonna happen to her son. We don't know what, but she's scared. At the wedding, Gwendolyn meets Angel's best friend Hugh, who is like the total goofy golden retriever boy energy.
My favorite.
Yes. At the wedding breakfast, Rosalind goes like, you haven't even kissed your bride yet. And everyone was like, kiss, 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 you know, of course.
Yeah.
And Angel swoops in and kisses her, and that's their first kiss.
Yeah.
That night, they go to their separate rooms, and while Angel is undressing, he hears Gwendolyn scream. He comes running in, and she's all upset because there's this letter on her bed basically saying, I will take your son from you. Yeah. She's all freaked out and she asks him to stay because she's scared.
Aww.
So he says he will stay until she falls asleep.
Nice.
But then they both end up falling asleep next to each other.
Aww.
And the next day he wakes up with her in his arms.
Aww.
It's very cute.
I mean, they are married.
They are married, so they're allowed to do that.
Yeah.
But it's just cute.
Yeah.
Because they haven't really had a romantic moment. That night, they attend a ball. Angel gets swept up in trying to be charming to everyone and put on like a little show for society. And he kind of neglects Gwendolyn a bit. He knows that she doesn't really like dancing and she doesn't really she doesn't like this atmosphere. So he kind of just like, I'll do the dirty work. You just sit and chill. But she does feel a little bit neglected. So she ends up going outside with her drink and just kind of like needs to be alone and out of that overwhelming atmosphere. Cecil comes out on the balcony.
Stupid Cecil.
And she tries to leave, but he grabs her and sexually assaults her. Angel comes to her rescue, and Gwendolyn slaps Cecil in the face.
Good.
And then Cecil says something like super demeaning to her, and then Angel punches him. Yeah. And then his like girlfriend, fiance, whatever, comes in and like swoops in and is like, we need to go, Cecil. And like
Cecil has a
get him out
new
of there.
girl?
Yeah.
Cecil.
That's a whole other storyline, but I didn't want to get into that.
Yeah.
Angel apologizes for leaving her alone and that they didn't get to dance together. And he's like, we can hear the music out here. Like, let's dance out here on the balcony, have a moment to ourselves.
It's like Cinderella.
Yes. So they dance and then they kiss for realsies.
Yeah.
As they're leaving the ball, she passes Redmond, which is Henry's father, who abandoned them on the stairs.
He's still in town?
Yeah. And we find out that this is the guy that she was meeting that first night.
No, that he had to save her from.
Yeah.
Ooh, tea.
Yep. Her whole demeanor changes after that. And Angel takes this as she's upset with him about him kissing her or whatever. Like, she's like, because she's not talking to him and ignoring him because she's freaked out. And he's like,
she doesn't like me.
She doesn't like me. Yeah. They go to their separate rooms. And Gwendolyn can't sleep, so she decides to go see if Angel's awake. Hey, I call him. They talk it out, and she tells him like what happened, and he's shirtless because he was about to go to sleep. And she can see this huge battle scar that goes like all the way across his chest and like down to his stomach.
Whoa.
Yeah. And he tells her that one of his own men he served with did it to him. Yeah. But he didn't really explain the details. Yeah.
That's rude.
I know. Evil. They share a moment, and then things get steamy, and he does stuff to her.
Okay.
Yeah. After she finishes, he doesn't even do stuff. She doesn't even do things to him. After she finishes, she says, like, that was new to me. And he's like, what is? And she's like, I've had sex before, obviously, but it wasn't nice. And I didn't want to, but he made me. She said she loved him, but he took advantage of her. So he finds out that she was raped by the man who impregnated her with Henry. Yep. He's holding her and telling her that he's so sorry that happened and like that he's gonna kill the guy if he ever meets him. And then they hear this large commotion outside in the hallway or whatever.
Oh, no.
Angel leaves her to see what is going on, and his aunt says that the guards think there was an intruder. They look around, but there's no evidence of anything, so eventually they say like everyone is safe and they go back to bed. Angel goes to the nursery and the window is cracked open and the curtains are slashed. He decides that next morning they're going to his estate in the country because it is not safe for them to
Is
stay
Henry
there.
okay?
Yeah, Henry's okay. Everyone's okay. They arrive at the estate, and that night, men come in and try to take Henry. And Rosalind, Gwendolyn's sister, is like trying to protect him and fight the guys, but she's not very strong. So eventually, Angel wakes up and goes to save them, and Angel sees Redmond, the guy who abandoned Gwendolyn, and it's the same man who gave Angel the scar on his chest.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Worlds colliding.
Worlds colliding. This guy is a mean, mean man.
Oh, man.
The guys The guys eventually leave, but Redmond is like, I'll get him one way or another. He's my child. Yeah.
He's not yours. You abandoned him.
You abandoned him, stupid idiot. Gwendolyn apologizes and says like to Angel, and she's like, I'm so sorry, I got you involved in all of this mess. And then they have sex 2 times.
Whoa. It's a way to say sorry.
And during sex, they tell each other that they love each other. It just kind of like slips out of her mouth, and then she's like, and she's like, sorry, I shouldn't have said that. And he's like, no, I love you too.
Sweet.
Yeah. When Gwendolyn wakes up, Angel is gone. Angel's aunt tells her that Angel and Hugh left to find Redmond and ask him to duel them.
A duel?
To a duel.
Oh no!
Yes.
Not a duel.
Yeah, with Angel. Eliza's like, I'm going to go and find him because I'm scared. I don't really think this is a good idea. Eliza's the aunt.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. And Gwendolyn is like, okay, I'm coming with you then.
Yeah.
So on their carriage, on the way there, Gwendolyn is like, I don't know why he wants to kill Redmond for Henry and I. Like,
what's the point?
He doesn't need to kill him. Like,
yeah.
It's fine. And his aunt goes like, it's not just for you. Like, do you know what really happened like between them? And she's like, I know he gave Angel the scar. And Eliza's like, no, he almost killed Angel, giving him that scar. That everyone thought he was gonna die. And it was not because of anything in particular. He just had beef with him.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't like this guy.
Not only that, there was a teenage girl that Redmond impregnated and abandoned her while he was in the military.
Ew.
Hugh and Angel found her all alone, and they helped her and gave her lodging because she said that she couldn't go back to her family because they would probably kill her if they found out that she was pregnant.
That's terrible.
She ended up killing herself. After the war, Angel has never been able to find him, but that's because he came into a new title when he returned back from the war, so his name wasn't really the same, or how he went by. So of course Gwendolyn is shocked and is like, okay, I get it. This man is evil.
Yeah.
He deserves to die.
Yeah.
When they show up, Angel and Redmond are doing their 10 paces where they walk, and they're about to shoot. And Redmond turns early, and instead of shooting Angel, he shoots Hugh. Angel runs to him and is trying to cover up the wound to stop him from bleeding. And while his back is turned, Gwendolyn sees Redmond take out another gun to shoot Angel. Luckily, her late husband gave her shooting lessons, so she pulls out her little gun that she has and shoots Redmond dead. Yeah, girl power! She's like, yeah, she's like, love it. Angel and Gwendolyn embrace and they have a moment.
But Hugh's still bleeding on the ground.
Yes.
Cute.
The next day, Hugh has been taken care of and he is on the mend.
Yeah!
Yeah! Hugh's okay.
The thing, Redhead, whatever his name is.
Redhead?
Is a terrible shot.
Yeah, Redmond. Dumb idiot. Gwendolyn also comes to find out that the newest version of the will didn't make it to them before her husband died, but her husband's closest friend brings it to her, saying she inherited the house and more money.
So Cecil lied?
He didn't lie, but he had the original will, and he didn't, because he wrote it before he was married to her.
Oh.
And he never
made a will. But he
like,
actually did.
Revised it.
But he actually did.
But he actually did.
Nice.
But he was overseas.
Oh.
So it didn't get to her, and then
Until later.
His closest friend brought it to her.
So she got the house.
So she wasn't forgotten.
Yay.
She says, it's fine. Let Cecil keep the house. I don't want drama with him. I don't need to be involved with him anymore.
Yeah.
And I have everything I need. I'm married to a duke.
Yeah.
Duh.
Duh.
Fast forward a couple months later, everyone is super happy and loving their lives. And Gwendolyn is pregnant.
Pregnant.
Yeah. And that is to all the Earls I've loved before.
Yay!
Yes. So I have 2 quotes for you. This book didn't really have that many funny quotes, but I just found 2 that I thought were a little bit silly.
Sassy.
Yeah, it was.
Gwendolyn's bonnet covered her crown of gold hair, but a few stray curls peeped out. She pulled up a hand to tuck one away, and he saw the flash of a gold ring on her finger. His ring. His heart quickened a little. Knowing she wore his ring did something to him. Something in the vicinity of his heart. And if he was being honest, at times in the vicinity of his trousers.
Just the ring.
Perhaps the idea of possessing a woman was more of a primal instinct than he had realized. Though he did not possess her. Had not possessed her. I get it.
Yeah.
Not in the way his body wished he had.
Can I just say that Sir Duke Angel is like the perfect man. He was like
everything you
a
want.
Feminist icon, everything you want. Every time he did something, he came back and he was like, he like changed all the tropes of all the men in this time period and was like a feminist icon. I just lived for him. I was like, oh, he's the best. Angel. He's an angel.
My first date was named Angel.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, when I was in high school, it's a sophomore year homecoming. But this cannot be what you came here for. To discuss my military service? My chest, on the other hand, he grinned charmingly. Provocative, even. Gwendolyn's face grew hot. It is a lovely chest,
Yeah.
she ventured. Thank you, he said formally. His eyes danced with mischief. I am sure yours is as well, milady.
Milady.
Oh,
sure yours is as well.
Fair is fair, I think, Angel said gently, and reached a hand towards her, running the tip of one finger ever so slightly over one, not you, hardened tip, and then the other.
Because she was touching his scar, so he's like, fair is fair.
Oh, Angel!
I know! Angel!
Okay.
It was good.
That's
guys.
good.
It was so good. Well, you already know my rating. I would read this sober and enjoy it. So
Amazing.
it was great, you guys.
So fun.
I really enjoyed it.
I love it.
Yes.
Awesome.
So you guys have to come back next week. We're gonna do something different next time.
Mix it up.
Mix it up. And you guys know what to do. You gotta go like, you gotta go comment, you gotta go subscribe, you gotta follow, you gotta DM us, all the things.
And we'll see ya next week on